just taking what we have secured.
Welcome to a rip-roaring American-blooded 1v1 on Faymonville. Put your condoms on and get ready, because this is gonna be one hell of a joyride. Thank you, Antilles, for that intro text. This game is going to be Ciez vs AbsoluteMachine. Ciez playing as Osthair on the left side, AbsoluteMachine playing as Soviets in the east. Slow lane. Slow lane is for all slow-mo replays. Half-speed replays. Oh my god, that would be terrible. We're gonna see 4 Grenadier opening from Ciez, and having picked Lightning War, I suspect he's gonna be throwing G43s on all those squads. And AbsoluteMachine has Shock Rifle, Guard Motor, and Soviet Shock Army, going with a 2 Penal Battalion opening into a Sniper. So hard tier 1 against hard Gren spam. Very interesting.
What do you have for us?
What if I did slow motion analysis of like really in-depth early game tactics and unit positioning and movements and stuff? Or would that just be like too much? You know, I think that people send me replays because they want to get cast. But another thing players might find appealing is getting critiqued. And a cast is not really the same as a critique necessarily, although just the act of having your game cast can provide you with valuable insight, I know, but a targeted critique at one player's actions I think is a slightly different category of video. That could be kind of fun.
Objective secure. We will defend it to the death. Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory. Flamethrower squad ready. We have done what you were told. Engineers standing.
I don't think I'm good enough though.
Sector has been cut off.
I know, 10 of spades. I wish I were better at editing videos so that I could do stuff like that. But I don't know anything about video editing. I have no idea how to do anything at all. 2-2-2 on the field here for Ciez.
The enemy is taking our territory. What does that look? Infantry contact. Scout car awaiting orders. The enemy
And against tier 1 it should perform quite well. It pretty much hard counters tier 1. Any light vehicle is a hard counter to Soviet tier 1 because they don't have AT guns. Going in on this Penal Battalion, wow, that was like better than expected performance right there. Penal Battalion got wiped. Might have been a little overextended. I wasn't expecting it to go down that quick to the autocannon though. And obviously the sniper is going to struggle against this as well. AbsoluteMachine will hit 2 CPs though, get out his first squad of guards. Guards on the field should definitely help.
I am needed.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory. Contact! Guard rifle infantry squads are
Against that scout car. To at least push it away, if not necessarily kill it. Sniper struggling a little bit to stay hidden. BTRSs will do minor damage to the scout car and push it back. Sniper takes a shot at 1 Grenadier. A little bit of light damage. Map harassment here in the north between combat engineers and Grens will, of course, go to the Grens as they get control of the fuel and munitions points. And Grenadiers here in the south taking control of the munitions there.
Team available for deployment. This is not Germany.
Sniper moving to harass the strategic point right there. Penal Battalion heading north to push away that squad of Grenadiers, and conscripts are taking back control of this one. Ciez sending a lot of squads back to base for healing, having just built med station right there. He's going to lose a little bit of map control here. Penal Battalion should be able to get control of that back. And guards are pushing away that squad of Grenadiers right there. Actually, 40 Cake, there's a feature of Moobot I can enable called Seppuku, which allows you to time out yourself. You type exclamation point Seppuku, and Moobot will time you out for 10 minutes. I think. Or maybe it's Sudoku. I don't know. It's one of those two.
Reinforcements complete. We are losing a sector.
I think it's Seppuku.
Well done, comrades. The point is
I don't have that feature turned on though, because I was like, why would anybody use that? It probably doesn't work on mods either, because mods can't be timed out, so... Unfortunately, you cannot commit Sudoku. Grenadiers stick around on red cover way too long right there. I think they took a huge mortar hit initially, and then Grenadiers wiped them on retreat. Some really expensive losses stacking up for AbsoluteMachine so far this game. I don't think Ciez, by the way, has lost anything. Not even his scout car. The model losses are surprisingly very even, considering the fact that Ciez has lost no full squads and AbsoluteMachine has lost 2? Yeah, 1 guard and 1 penal squad. Those are some really expensive losses. He has replaced 1 squad of guards right there, but he's currently operating on 1 guard, 1 penal of his original 2 of each of those. He's got 1 squad of conscripts on the field, and having gone with sniper and mortar, he doesn't have that big of a corps of infantry. He's only got 3 combat capable infantry squads to his opponent's 4. Generally, as Soviets, you want to be in the lead in that regard, not behind. Put him in a pretty rough situation early on. That's true, Nailery. There's plenty of ways to get Moobot to time you out in Romeo's Dream.
Guards troops ready for action.
3rd squad of guards on the field now. Ciez is up to 77 munitions actually. Not throwing G43s on any of his other Grenadier squads yet though. I think actually this squad might be, yeah, this squad is upgrading, but they've got to retreat out away from this engagement. No AT grenades upgraded on these cons, by the way, so he has no way of engine damaging that 222, which is up to 8 kills, which is pretty good considering it's wiped a squad of penal battalions as well. With our new G43s, Ivan will die twice as fast. We are Grenadiers, we are so clever.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. You need something?
Guards in the building take too much damage from mortar fire and are forced to retreat right there. This squad of guards taking control of a strategic point in the north. Whoa, that sniper almost died. If they had had G43s, that sniper would have died twice as fast, but fortunately they did not have G43s, and the sniper gets away very narrowly. Moobot is literally Sauron. Heavy mortar forced to retreat by a rifle grenade right there, and it looks like this game might be over. Well, I don't know, it's a little early to call the game against guard motor in the Collins spam, I guess. But Ciez is off to an excellent start. He will have access to the Tiger later, and he may be considering going tier 3.
To steal our sector.
Maybe.
Capture complete. We have secured the sector.
You need some reconnaissance? We're taking fire! Skulker ready! The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Penal Battalion jumps in the building right there. Grenadiers moving up there, or not Grenadiers, Guards moving up there. Freshly upgraded DP machine guns to try and push those Grenadiers into that building. Soviet map control extending slightly. He will get back control of his cutoff here. Sniper moving up here to support as well. Heavy mortar bombarding the building. Oster mortar bombarding the these barrels.
Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
The game is not a video game if there's no barrels. All good video games have barrels. Minesweeper pilots will be forced to retreat right there, and the scout car gets up to Vet 3 and 11 kills, although it just reversed into Guards. Fortunately, Button is not nearly as good as it once was. And the scout car will get away. Conscripts and Penal Battalion taking control over here on the right side. Try and at least slow down the clock. Ciez has almost managed to set up a triple cap against his opponent, but fortunately, AbsoluteMachine has a very solid victory point lead, so even if he did get triple capped, he's got plenty of time. Just trying to make his way to Collins. He's definitely going to have the fuel for Collins. That's a foregone conclusion at this point. So it's definitely, this game is pretty much almost certainly going to come down to Tiger versus T-3485s. First AT gun is in production here for Ciez now. Gonna have to support obviously his Tiger with anti-tank guns, and AbsoluteMachine has not gone tier 2. And if he did, that would be a bit of a fuel setback, but having no anti-tank guns can generally be pretty tough. You generally want at least one to go with your T-34s. It may not be necessary though. You could probably get away with just pure T-34 spam against Tigers, but he's gonna have to do his best to clear the what am I trying to say?
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
I forgot. I completely forgot what I was even talking about. Now I don't even remember what the first half of that sentence was. Scripts will be forced to retreat right here. They do get an AT grenade off on the scout car right there, but it will get fully repaired. This thing is clearly proving to be quite a nuisance for AbsoluteMachine to deal with. It's up to 13 kills, Vet 3. It's contributed to wiping one squad. Quite a pain. Panzer Grenadiers on the field for Ciez. Getting sniped. Will be forced to retreat. Wonder if he's going to throw Panzer Shreks on there. Maybe he just wants another medium range combat capable squad. He's clearly going very hard into medium range stuff on this map. Seems to be working pretty well. Taking control of both fuel points. 2 Grens north, MG42 supporting up here. 2 Grens south, getting control of the fuel point. Grenade toss might turn this engagement. Ciez dodge is a little late right there and will be forced to retreat. May even not get away. What the fuck? Where are they going? Did you see that? Those Grenadiers just randomly changed their mind and took a different route. Why did they do that? I've never seen that before. I think their retreat path was briefly blocked by the scout car, and they were just like, yeah, fuck that, we're gonna go the other way. That was really weird. I don't know why I'm so amused by that. Guards will retreat back into the base. AbsoluteMachine is at 8.5 CPs, getting pretty close to his T-34s. Doesn't quite have the manpower together. He's going to have to start floating a little bit. If he wants to float, he has to stop engaging. If he stops engaging, he's going to lose pretty much the entire map. So he's in a pretty rough situation right now. He's going to have to make a pretty serious turnaround with those T-34s hit the field. We've seen that happen before, though. The T-34s make a pretty big difference. And Ciez, of course, will be forced to contend against them for a full CP before his Tiger hits the field. And that window of opportunity can be very big.
my lines.
Wow, scout car almost goes down right there, but conscripts couldn't quite get in range to finish it off. An AT grenade. A couple squads reinforcing and healing in the base, just a quarter of a CP to go, and then the T-34s will hit the field.
Squad replenished.
Territory captured.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Awaiting command. We are awaiting
Guards
orders.
moving to grab the fuel here in the north. Penal Battalion moving to take control of the victory point.
We have an isolated sector. We are losing territory.
Ready for order. Keep moving. Stay low. Field promotion. Enemy tube is attacking us.
Awaiting orders.
Minor bleed on that Grenadier squad as it retreats. Just 300 manpower to go, about a minute and a half, then those T-34s will come out. Ciez has a small CP advantage. It looks like because of his failure to float enough manpower here, he's not gonna, his window of opportunity on the T-34s is gonna honestly be pretty short. Engagements are being pretty lethal at various locations on the map right now, which is gonna get Ciez a Tiger very shortly after the T-34s. Fortunately, Ciez actually doesn't have very much manpower either. That helps. His mortar also just got cleared by a heavy mortar barrage. Just lucky barrage on that enemy mortar right there. Oh, maybe the sniper helped as well. The mortar overextended itself. Gets cleared on the road. Ciez is winning the engagement for the north. Fuel and victory point, getting all that under his control, but he's lost the engagement for the center and south simultaneously. You're gonna have to rotate some forces down there. Oh, that scout car just totally found the sniper, I think. Right? Does infantry awareness like reveal the sniper on the minimap? I think so, because he just like moved to push it. I'm pretty sure he saw it on the minimap. Nice attempt by AbsoluteMachine though, that was kind of sneaky. And nice usage of infantry awareness. Yeah, infantry revealed on the minimap. Okay, yeah, cool. I've never seen infantry awareness used to locate a camo sniper before. That was kind of fun. Unfortunately, the scout car will finally be destroyed. 20 minutes in, Vet 3 scout car with 15 kills, including a sniper model. My guards getting a little too close with the PTRS right there. Soviet will take back control of the south and middle. Ciez has not yet found an opportunity to recover his mortar. He does have 2 AT guns out, and it looks like Tiger and T-34s are going to be hitting the field at almost the exact same time. Unfortunately for AbsoluteMachine. Fortunately for Ciez. Wow, that is the worst Panzergrenadier squad I think I've ever seen. That is doing terrible. He has spent so much manpower on that squad and has 0 kills. Not good. Here they come. T-34's on the field. Tiger soon to follow. And Ciez, by the way, has enough munitions stockpiled for 2 consecutive usages of Stuka Close Air Support. I say 2 because he doesn't actually have enough for 2, but by the time the first one finishes its back off cooldown, he definitely will have enough for 2. Actually, maybe not, because he just spent a lot on his Tiger top mount machine gun. So there is that. T-34 is just parked right in front of 2 AT guns. What are they doing? Oh my god. I think this one just died. Here comes the Stuka Close Air Support. Fortunately, it targeted the second tank right there. The second pass will probably target some infantry in the house or something. Tiger is on the field though, and the T-34's decision to park in front of 2 AT guns is not doing AbsoluteMachine any favors here. He will be forced to pull this one back for repairs for a significant amount of time. Tiger moves up and easily pushes all this infantry back off the field with Stuka Close Air Support. With Stuka Close Air Support. Does not need to be afraid of those T-34s entering the strike zone, so the Tiger has no problem clearing up all supporting infantry. I still don't think that Ciez has lost a single squad, right? Oh, he lost his mortar,
Tiger tanks are now available to you, Commander.
which is still sitting there in the road. But other than that, nothing.
Enemy is taking our territory.
Heavy mortar just got destroyed entirely
We have liberated
by the
this
Tiger.
sector.
That's an expensive loss. Grenadiers were forced to retreat from the south by the heavy mortar. Before it got killed, though. Sniper and conscripts taking control of this territory here in the north. And actually, Oster map control is a little weak right now. Ciez still spending a lot of time healing and reinforcing in the base. Needs to get some squads out onto the map. T-34s have been fully repaired. Need to engage against the Tiger. Both shots bounce. AT guns available to support. Tiger exposes its rear armor, but the T-34s cannot chase into the arc of fire of these two AT guns. Looks like it will be relatively safe as it moves up here to engage against these infantry. There's marked vehicle. T-34's move to re-engage. This AT gun is being forced to reposition by these two squads of infantry. This one's ready for the engagement, though. That T-34 falls low, and they will both disengage away from the AT guns again. Marked vehicle looks like it was a bit of a waste in that instance. Wait, was it even marked? No, it wasn't marked. It was button. Sorry. Not marked vehicle right there. And he pokes the Tiger a little bit, but he doesn't commit to a big engagement. Takes a little bit of damage. Ciez getting control of some territory there in the south to stop the clock. Currently, victory points are in his favor. 70 points ahead. Small lead, nothing too serious, but he's pretty much been in the lead all game long, and that situation's not really changing here. A couple early wipes gave him that advantage, and he has been doing a pretty good job of maintaining that hold on the game. Killing that heavy mortar is also going to help a lot. I'm sort of surprised that he hasn't fielded a half track. A half track would definitely... Is that a wipe right there? Yes, that was a wipe on the sniper. The sniper just got wiped. Oh wow! Thanks, Stormless, for that host. That big dick 58 viewer host. Thank you.
HMG here.
LMG team ready.
Most people who host my stream send me like between 1 and 11 viewers. Which is fine.
Pioneers awaiting orders.
Teller mine going down here in the road. And ooh, T-34 takes a big shot at the Grenadiers right there. They'll get wiped. This squad also... I think that's the first wipe, by the way, that Ciez has suffered. Other than team weapons. First squad of infantry he's lost this game. And that's reflected in his map control, I think. Almost all Soviet forces being sent south right now. These two going to take control here in the north. Tiger and AT guns rotate south for this. See? There you go. That's the normal quality of my hosts. Tiger and AT guns engaging against the T-34 right here. That'll get pushed back. And it does get away narrowly, but these guards not so much. Only 4 squads of infantry remaining for Absolute Machine now, who looks like he's going to be spending all resources on a second set of T-34s, which means he's not really in a position to be losing all of his infantry. This Grenadier squad has a DP machine gun, which is why they just wrecked those conscripts so easily. DP machine gun and G43s. Another squad looks like it's going to get wiped right here. Honestly, I think this is GG unless the 4 T-34s overwhelm and kill everything Ciez has. But I feel like... I guess, you know what? I guess I'm not entirely sure, actually, how that engagement's going to go. Ciez has 2 AT guns and a half-health Tiger. Against 4 T-34s, he may actually struggle. I think I saw a teller mine going down somewhere, though, right there. That could help. I don't know. This engagement could maybe turn the game around if he micros it pretty well. Ciez might want to consider turning his Tiger forward. Still, AbsoluteMachine has lost so much infantry. T-34s reveal themselves to this squad of Grenadiers, so Ciez knows his opponent is on his second set. He's got access to Stuka close air support, by the way. So that will also help keep the game in his control for this next big push by the T-34s. I think AbsoluteMachine is just going to start working the flanks of the map slowly, maybe, rather than try and overwhelm his opponent. Or maybe I'm wrong about that, I don't know. Looks like he's collecting all 4 of his T-34s actually for a push. I'm not sure, I can't tell. Rifle grenade on those guards almost wipes them. T-34s making their way towards the south. These two making their way mid.
I have the men ready.
Here comes the Stuka close air support on these 2 tanks. This one does hit the Teller mine, bringing it to about half health. Plane targets the damaged one, almost destroys it, very nearly, plus crew shock. These 2 rotate up to assist in the engagement for the middle. The Tiger is moving into this engagement. 2 AT guns are moving towards it as well. Tiger, I think, wants to try and finish off the damage T-34 if possible, but will get intercepted by these 3 T-34s. Penal Battalion falling very low. They do get away with 1 squad member remaining. Stuka close air support gets a huge amount of damage off on that tank. And I think this close air support is going to be sufficient to turn the engagement in Ciez's favor completely, and that Tiger will be free to advance aggressively and try and pick off these tanks. Maybe. I don't know. Once Stuka close air support ends, Ciez will not have access to it again for another 3 minutes. But it looks like that T-34 is going to be a victim of bad pathing. Does go down right there. The others preparing. Well behind the front line. And Stuka close air support ends. These 2 squads reinforcing here in the base. Still no combat engineers on the field at all for AbsoluteMachine. Panzer Grenadiers moving to take control. They still have 0 kills. Wow. Ciez just could not find a way to make this unit relevant this game, apparently. The G43 Grenadiers have 21, 16, 13 kills. Panzer Grenadiers just forced to retreat repeatedly. 0 kills. Which makes no sense. They should perform better than G43 Grens, I think. At medium range. I guess he just hasn't found any good opportunities for them.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Panzer Grenadiers.
That squad will retreat. 1 T-34 moves towards the center to do what it can there. These 2 over here on the right side, working on the fuel point.
Fresh guards troops are standing by.
Currently doesn't really look like AbsoluteMachine has any way of taking control of this game, but Ciez is kind of having a little bit of trouble juggling the threat of those T-34-85s. With only 1 Tiger, and he's clearly trying to get out his second one, but he's currently pop-capped, so he actually has to lose a few units before he can make his next Tiger. He's also trying to get munitions together for his next Stuka close air support, I think. Meanwhile, a 3rd set of T-34s will be arriving eventually. Ciez can't get more map control back. He'll potentially be faced with the threat of 5 T-34s, which might be quite difficult to take on with his current composition. Panzer Grenadiers get wiped without having earned a single kill. That value Panzer Gren squad probably cost them over 500 manpower throughout the course of the game.
Capture. Occasionally do something right.
capturing our supplies.
Taking MG fire!
Will not forget his sacrifice.
Engineers ready for assignment.
AT guns set up for that push. T-34s just dove right into that wall again. He really needs to find a way to, like, approach from multiple directions if he's gonna win an engagement against this. This AT gun's up to Vet 2. This one's not Vet 1 yet. Target weak point, of course, helps immensely in winning tank engagements. Here's the second Tiger. Meanwhile, third set of T-34s isn't gonna be happening anytime really all that soon. Absolute Machine spending his manpower float on a fresh set of guards. And Penal Battalion making an attempt for the center. Comes very close to getting wiped. Tiger shot misses narrowly, fortunately. Things are pretty quiet. Ciez doing minor harassment of the left side, but mostly setting up as strong as possible defense here in the middle. I think Ciez should probably try and get a little more aggressive, but I guess he just does not want to lose his Tigers. He wants to make sure that in an engagement against his opponent's T-34s, he doesn't lose anything, and there's nothing wrong with playing safe. He has definitely got a significant lead, so even if he doesn't have victory point control, he's got a ton of time to make sure that every engagement he enters is as goes in his favor as much as possible. And to that end, he's going to throw down some teller mines right there. That's the only one I've seen go down. Teller mine placement does slow down Stuka close air support, though. That's something to keep in mind. But if a teller mine leads to a T-34 being destroyed, it's pretty much extremely worth it.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
We have been rewarded for bravery.
T-34,
Died like a hero.
Grand's forced to retreat right there in the south by these advancing T-34s. Ciez may want to reposition his AT guns a little bit. T-34s all revealing themselves simultaneously here in this engagement, going in pretty hard from the south. Force all of Ciez's forces in this area back into the base. AT guns reacting to that, making their way over towards the left. Two Tigers against these two squads of infantry is going to wreck them so hard. What are they doing? Oh, there's a teller mine over there. A teller mine destroys that T-34's engine. Squad of penal battalions in the middle also gets wiped because I don't think it was being monitored. Destroyed engine on that T-34 on the left means it's almost certainly dead. I don't think there's any way of that surviving. Which might mean Absolute Machine has no choice but to commit to a full engagement over here. If he disengages, then he's letting that T-34 get destroyed. In fact, he knows that he's in a no-win scenario. If he disengages, that T-34 dies, and it'll produce a momentum swing he can't recover from. And if he fully engages, he'll just lose everything, because 3 T-34s can't beat 2 Tigers and 2 AT guns. So that's going to be the game. Absolute Machine will surrender, and Ciez takes it. GG. Axis wins.